As Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons still waiting on contract extensions. Also big changes on the defense as Mike Zimmer takes over after Dan Quinn got the Commanders head coaching job. Here's Parsons on his new DC.
Honestly, man, me and Zim probably said a total of 20 words to each other. Yeah, he's a very quiet person, and all I keep hearing from the coaches is like, Zim likes it this way. I was like, well, I like it this way, like, you know, so I can't wait to have, like, my true, like, sit down with them. I think it'll be pretty cool because, obviously, old school mindset, old school mentality. But, you know, I think he has a lot of great players, but he ain't never have a Micah before.
I don't know, Marcus. This one had me raising my eyebrows. What do you think of what Micah said?
I mean, just don't say it. Bro, listen, you can say what you want to say, Boogie. I know people get all in their feelings about that, but to me, this is stuff that kind of defines Dallas, right? Like, this is a soundbite where you literally can take something away from this and say there's already a rift in the ideology of what they want to do. For Micah to say that with Mike Zimmer coming in, you don't know if either one of them, based on what the other one says, is going to take it personal. And now you already have a rift in the working relationship before you can get started good. And I know Zim has a quote out there saying, it's going to be my way. So I just don't like this from the standpoint of Dallas, especially when you're talking about your star defensive player with a new offensive coordinator coming in. Micah is different, right? A lot of people in Dallas understands that the league, he has a microphone. He likes to talk about everything, not just football. He likes to talk about everything. I'm for that. Go on with that. I just think this is something that could really cause an issue if it's not an understanding between him and Mike Zimmer. And based on what he just said, they don't have that understanding yet because they've only said 20 words to each other. So I hope this is not creating something between the best defensive player and the new defensive coordinator coming in, not seeing eye to eye and having a different view on how things should go in Dallas.
Yeah, Marcus, is a great point. And you understand Dallas, obviously. Like, the reality is, like, sometimes guys got to know, like, when there's going to be a soundbite. Like you should know at this point in your career, if you're Micah Parsons, that this is going to be a soundbite. Like this is how that should go. Hey, how's it going with your new defensive coordinator? It's great, man. Excited to get going with them. Like, he's great. Like, that's it. Like, is he great? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, do you think he's great? Who knows? But like, everyone's moving on. It's not a soundbite. And to your point, Marcus, like, now all of a sudden, like, doesn't it feel like catching feelings in this? You know, is that how this is going? Is there now a misunderstanding? Like, and you don't need it. My guess is that, listen, you know, Mike Zimmer have like a funny comment, everything's cool, smooth it out. Like, he's been around, he knows how it works. He's had high maintenance players before and gotten along great with them. Now, I will say this. Typically what can happen is guys are in the offseason, players trying to get in and out of the facility, coaches trying to get a little bit of downtime as well. Coaches and players really develop bonds when the guy is playing well when it matters. Like when the defense coordinator knows during the season against a division opponent if he can really trust you. And if that player feels like, yep, in a critical moment, he's putting something on me. Like, that's when, like, the bonds and the mutual respect really come in. Yeah. Not necessarily in June, but don't create an issue in June if you don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, Micah's talent certainly is incredible, and we've seen that on the field. I want to know who's counting the words. Like, do we have a word counter? It's exactly at 20. We'll see if it expands. Jeff, we have to ask this every day, by the way. It's a big deal, okay? Any progress on an extension for Micah, Dak Prescott, or CeeDee Lamb?
No. Does that answer it? I think we're at the point where just no does the trick.
One word.
Exactly, Marcus. Thank you. Got to be careful out here. No. No.
Okay, well, the fact that you could have such economy of words, we're going to leave it right there. When Mike Zimmer was the coach of the Vikings from 2014 to 2021, Minnesota led the NFL in both third down percentage and red zone conversion percentage. Dallas ranked outside the top 10 in both in 2023. I wanted to say that because we had to make up some words because Jeff only just said no.